John is off checking out the culinary scene of the restaurants 30 miles outside of Philadelphia.
John cooks shrimp scampi.
He's on a shrimp scampi voyage. It's a voyage of the taste buds.
Well, much like Anthony Bourdain, he's traveling this great land of ours searching for the ultimate shrimp scampi.
Well, hopefully he ends up like Bourdain. So, good morning, by the way. Good morning. We are Toucher and Hardy. We are in the Town Fair Tire Studios.
Did you surprise yourself even a little with that one?
I did that for Adam.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Adam loves those.
Yeah, I do.
Because I do it to Adam all the time.
Yes, that's right.
Like Adam will say something and I'll go, why don't you do that with a gun in your mouth?
Yes.
Something like that. I mean, you left the door wide open. I mean, I got to take it. Obviously, now that you've gone ooh about it, I can say I don't mean it.
They still show Anthony Bourdain stuff on one of them Roku channels that I see promos for when I'm watching NYPD Blue because they can't sell real commercials on it. All they can do is sell Liberty Mutual over and over and over again.
And promote their own stuff, yeah.
So, yeah, it's an episode of NYPD Blue only takes about 45 minutes because they don't have full commercial breaks. And B, they show a lot of other Roku promos. And one of them is for Anthony Bourdain. I'm like,
No reservations, yeah.
Hanging on to that.
Yeah.
That's on, that's on Hulu or one of them.
No.
I watch No Reservations still. I like, I love that show.
Just thinking now of John in that role would actually be pretty funny. And just like, I'm going to get some scrapple and some cheesesteaks.
So when he was in Boston, he was with a guy from a band, the band that did the theme song for his show. And it's a gentlemanly, the guy wrote a book about like how wasted the band was all the time. And they remember he goes out drinking with the guy. But Adam, you should know that band. I have no idea who that band is.
Yeah.
The
John Spencer Blues Explosion.
No, that's not. No, it's
that was my mistake. I'm looking at the stupid AI.
Maybe John Spencer Blues Explosion did the theme. This guy did the music for the show.
Okay,
but all you got to do is Google the Boston episode of Anthony Bourdain.
Michael Rufino Pierce, the bassist from the Unband.
Oh yeah, the Unband, and I do believe the Unband did the theme to No Reservations. But I could be wrong. But nonetheless, yeah, the one he does to Boston is a tribute to the Eddie Coyle situation. Yes,
Friends of Eddie Coyle.
The Friends of Eddie Coyle. He's very cinematic.
Yeah,
the way that he would do that show, and it was funny because it was like the more normal the place he went, the more I enjoyed the episode. It's like when he went to like the Middle East or something, I know because I'm like, I'm never going to go to the Middle East. Like, This is of no use to me. And he did do some like gnarly stuff. Like he went to like crazy places in Africa where they took like sketchy airlines. Because I told you that I know a guy who is in like irrigation, like international irrigation. So he goes to these third world countries. And it's a business, and he works for the business, and they go and they, get water into places.
Yeah.
So he used to go to gnarly places, like in the middle of nowhere, and he's been on airlines where he got on the plane. Like, apparently airlines are ranked by safety. And in the United States, they're all A. Like, even Spirit or Breeze are all A, obviously. There are airlines internationally that are ranked lower than A. So he's been on planes. One time he sat into a seat and it went, and he realized there was international throw up all over it. He was in like Africa.
Nice.
And he got, obviously incredibly ill because whatever throw up it was, but they hadn't cleaned the throw up off the seat from the time that the other people got off the plane till he got on the plane. And then one time they got on the plane and they closed the doors and they started taxiing and the plane was filled with mosquitoes. Like filled like you couldn't see, like with mosquitoes. And that's not a good news while you're in Africa.
Dengue fever and such, yes.
Right. So he's like, oh, wow, I'm in a lot of trouble. They're going to take off. And because these are relatively quick flights. I mean, he's not traveling he's not traveling outside the continent, so he would be going from, I guess, country to country in the continent. Country to country in the continent, and he'd be on these planes, and they would be just disgusting. And he would realize, oh no, if there's this many mosquitoes on the plane, there's a good chance we're dying.
Sure. Yeah. You don't want to be bit by anything when you're in Africa, I would think.
My friend Alex Cho's parents were deaf. I was friends with him.
Yeah. It's brave of you.
He lived in St. Petersburg, Russia, like when he got out of college before, or like right around the time that communism fell. And he like lived like a rock star, because if you had like a pack of U.S. brand cigarettes that were like $2, you like would put them on a bar and women would just flock to you because they would be like, this guy has all the money in the world. He's got U.S. cigarettes. And he was flying from St. Petersburg to Moscow or something. And he got on the plane and he was sitting by the wing, and they started taxiing, and fuel was gushing out of the wing.
Yeah.
And he went like, oh, hey.
Excuse me.
Hey. And they're all ignoring him. And he's like grabbing other people so they could see. And then everyone started freaking out. And they finally went, what? And they're like, all the fuel is coming out of the wing of the plane.
Don't you have a gauge up there that would tell you that's happening?
like you know, we take off, we're a good chance we die.
Yeah.
Like, you know, maybe you can stop that. So as much as Spirit sucked while it was around, just, you know, there's worse options out there.
I have a friend this morning who is flying Breeze down to Myrtle Beach. I said, there's like a 50% chance you're going to see Chris Forsberg on that plane.
I was going to say, is that friend Chris Forsberg? No.
I mean, I think he likes Myrtle, and we know if Breeze is flying there, he'll go.
Well, yeah, his mom lives in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, that's right.
Chris Forsberg's mom is retired to Myrtle Beach, which is, you know, the goal.
Is Myrtle Beach the Tangway spot?
No, that's no. Myrtle Beach is no. He's in Charleston,
South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Myrtle Beach is they have wax museums and things of that nature in Myrtle Beach.
Lovely
golf courses too, from what I understand.
Yeah.
People are always shocked, like, you've never played golf in Myrtle Beach. I said, it just seems like something that is not all that special. Like, I don't know that you need to make that a destination golf trip. I'm sure it's fun and you can have a good time, but I don't feel like it's something that I have to do.
You do, because there's Blues Brothers reviews. I think I've been to Myrtle Beach twice, and it was 20 years apart, and there was a billboard for a Blues Brothers review.
Nice.
Both times. So, yeah, there's like a wax museum, Blues Brothers review. It's a little Niagara Fallsy, Myrtle Beach. I mean, that's where they set part of the last season of Eastbound and Down. He played for the Myrtle Beach team, and they didn't do that by accident. I mean, they put him in Myrtle Beach because Kenny Powers belongs in Myrtle Beach. It's, you know,
it's a good fit.
Yeah, I mean, you can have fun there. Before I was married, I went with my my girlfriend who became my wife, and it was a bit of a lost weekend. I mean, there's not a lot of judgment in Myrtle Beach. You can kind of do whatever you want.
It's the city that Care forgot. It's the East Coast New Orleans.
So you're not going to travel to Myrtle Beach to golf, Hardy. I know you like to travel to Vegas, but that's more just to go to Vegas because you've got friends there and you like to golf there. But like, what is an actual golf destination for you, like outside of Massachusetts?
I would love to go to Cape Cod. Oh, I would love to get down there and see what they've got.
The Ozarks, you'll be there.
I would love to play golf in the Ozarks.
That's right. You will be.
You know what, Fred? Ha, ha, ha. Some of the best golf can be found in, there's Sand Hills in Nebraska. It's one of the best golf courses in the country.
Whoa.
So there, in that area of the world, there are some great golf courses. No, the only one I really want to play, the destination course, I want to play the old course at St. Andrews. And I've tried to get in just legitimately, you know, when they offer up tee times. Okay, this is for next year, and they'll do it here soon.
Yeah.
For 2027. You know, when do you want to play?
Was it a lottery situation?
It's a public course. So, you know, you just you put in for, you know, lottery, and you see, all right, I'll take 2, I'll take 4, I'll take whenever between. You got to be careful, though. It's like, and I've even signed up for like their winter, you know, rates. and people say it's like, oh, it's miserable. Yeah. It's absolute hell, to be playing out there anytime before April. Like, it's not a good time. So I would prefer to play like May, June, July, but that's the high season. Right. It's really difficult. And there are, as everybody says, there are like nicer places. You're going to enjoy your time more on other courses in and around Scotland and St. Andrews, but that's the one. That's the one that you look at. I mean, Fred, as a casual watcher of the game, you would recognize if you were standing on St. Andrews Golf Course, the castle in the background and, all the stuff, the road hole and all that stuff. It's like, I really want to play 3 holes on that course. I want to play 1, 17, and 18. That's all I really want to do.
My father played that, and when you come up on 18, there's all these people sitting out, like, having lunch and stuff by the green.
Yeah.
So they watch your approach shot, and apparently that's hell on earth.
Yeah, I mean...
they just watch and laugh.
Just tackle you?
Well, it was...
Pretty much.
4 years ago, we were there for the Open Championship when I applied for lottery tickets like you apply for Masters tickets.
Yeah.
And got 2 adults, 2 kids for Wednesday and Thursday. And it was a total of, I think, $400. Like, the tickets are dirt cheap.
Wow.
It's just tough to get them.
Yeah.
And I won the lottery, and we went over there and watched it. And walking around there, even during the major championship, the street, like the city street is right there. It's, it is 50, 60 yards from the 18th fairway on the other side of those buildings. It's right there. So it's all very much in the town. And just walking around, I'm like, I got to come back and play this. That's the only place I truly care about.
Was your daughter in heaven? Your wife and daughter at the...
Oh, boy. I think they were so elated they couldn't go back the second day. Like that, it was emotionally too much for them.
It was like they were all out of dopamine.
Once they were there with me on for the Wednesday practice round, they felt I can't.
They were like, "Thank you for taking me to Scotland, first of all, and second of all, this is how I want to spend 12 hours today."
Yeah.
Dan, go ahead, Daniel.
Hey, guys, I apologize, but I'm doing a GoFundMe to get either Blind Scott in your golf tournament with you or Sean Brandy. I haven't decided which one would be a better choice.
They would both equally need the GoFundMe, but I will... I would suggest if you do a GoFundMe for Blind Scott, bid on Felger and Maz, because that would be way funnier.
Yes. Yes.
It's funny if you do it to us, but it's even funnier if you do it to Felger and Maz.
Yeah.
Like if for whatever reason, because it benefits the Special Olympics, he can't say no. If Blind Scott rode with Felger,
yeah,
that would be a lot of fun.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
yeah, I'd get a lot out of that.
I don't even think Blind Scott would need to play.
No,
he could just ride around.
Yeah,
I think he'd be content with that.
Sure.
You could, there's plenty to talk about.
He'd love a day out on the
hours.
golf course. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
he can fill time, no problem at all.
Yeah, I mean, he'd have to figure out how to get down to Canton.
Yeah,
well, we can ask him.
Sure.
Blind Scott, have you calmed down?
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm really calm now. Actually, I feel good. Yeah.
You were going a little nuts there the other day on the emails.
Yeah, thanks for helping me out, Fred. I just was really polarized by a lot of stuff, and now I've gotten a hold of it. Your celebrity is pretty large for me.
Would you like? Yeah, it's very difficult for your celebrity status. Would you like to play in the golf tournament with Felger and Maz?
Well, I could just ride around. I mean, I could play golf, but I was a caddy, so I know a lot about golf. Like, I know how to club someone. I could put tees down, but I want to play. Yeah, I want to be in the foursome. I don't have to swing a club. Because if you guys are worried about liability, I just don't have. I can stay in the car.
I don't worry about liability. You can play if you can play. Yeah, I think you play with Felger and Maz.
Yeah, can I play from the women's tees?
You can do whatever you want, Blind Scott. I'm not. No one's going to judge you at all. You play from where you want to play, my friend.
Yeah, because I played golf before I broke 100. And me and my dad met Michael Felger. We met him once. He was friendly. My dad yelled at him. He said, "Hey, Felger, you know me. I call your show." And Felger was like, "Oh, yeah. He just wanted us to get out of there, I could take the ride.
Why?
To Canton.
Why did he want you away from him?
Well, because my dad was like, "Hey, Felger." My dad was like,
joking. I understand why.
We've seen him on Nantucket in his home, in his neighborhood.
Nice.
Yeah, you got to go to his house. That's good. No question.
Did you end up seeing Ben Maller when he was in town?
Yeah, so Ben Mallett confronted me and made me delete a couple social media accounts that I had that were dedicated just about Ben Mallett. I met him in front of Bulva Bakery. He was yelling at me. He had food in his mouth, and then I met him at the Mighty Squirrel Run. He had this weird button-up shirt on, but yeah, it was really good. And then I left.
How do you know?
He had like
an appearance.
He guided me around the restaurant and dragged me over furniture and kitchen equipment. Like the Leprechaun guy, he scheduled a party at a bar that closed an hour later, so they were getting rid of us. And I hadn't drank in like 7 years. I really don't like drinking. I just won't drink. But I needed free stuff there. The fans needed to buy me stuff. There was a guy there, Fred, that knows you. He's a garbage guy. He's from Jersey, so he's in Plymouth now. So he liked Fred because he's stuck here with all the other idiots like Fred. It was awesome. We just talked about Fred the whole time. I instructed people to email Fred. Ben Mallett was like smiling at us. We talked to people from Rhode Island. The station got shut down in Rhode Island.
All right. Thank you, Blind.
You should drink more, not less, Blind Sky. You need to loosen up.
No, he's all right. Yeah. I wonder why Felger wanted him and his dad away.
It's the day out in Nantucket for Blind Scott is nice.
It might be
he gets around.
It might be a bit much though, and a bit much on Scott to get down there. You'd need transportation. What if we just got road steamer and he just hung out with Felger and Mess for the day on the golf course?
Well, the best is if what's his face from the Patriots broadcast was playing in the tournament. The producer
Mark Capello.
Oh, Capello and
Road Steamer.
And Road Steamer,
yes,
yeah.
That'd be
They
nice.
could do I would listen to one podcast with Capello and Road Steamer.
It wouldn't be very long. I'd listen to it too.
Because it's funny, like I was trying to get my dad going with Road Steamer because Robbie Road Steamer did a show at BCN with Hardy. He's but he's become like sort of famous because he just keeps getting arrested by ICE because he does this protest in this giraffe suit with a G-string, and then he'll put it like GoFundMe up and make like all this money. So it's just comical. Like the whole thing is ridiculous. They keep arresting him. It keeps getting him money. The whole thing is just a waste of everyone's time.
He had a big piece in the Globe last week. It was like 3,000 words, like a big deep dive.
No, I read it.
Yeah, it was good.
And so, but I mean, it does point out the absurdity of all this, and I mean, they just keep arresting him, and he keeps getting money. So like the whole thing is just ludicrous. Like, why are you arresting him anymore? He's winning the whole arrest thing.
Yeah,
he got an article in the Globe about him, but anyway, like he's someone my father would hate. Right. So like, because he's a disruptor, he didn't like that kind of stuff. So
what you call the New Woke Order.
But he didn't really even understand. My father didn't even really understand what I was saying.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to make the point of like, maybe it would be better if you just let him talk into a small speaker and walk around rather than just keep arresting him and
drawing more attention to it.
Right. And drawing more attention to it. And it is a little crazy that you can now make money protesting. It's like all just ridiculous. It's all comical. The whole thing is just ridiculous. It feeds itself in just a sea of nonsense.
And Robbie knows that. Why else do you think he wears a giraffe suit
with a G-string?
Well, that's why it works, because if he was, and he doesn't do anything, and that's why it works. If he was like, some earnest, maniac, like, running around like, like with the threat of violence, or like, he was, had no comedy, like it was that none of it was absurd, it wouldn't hit the same way. Then it would be like, because with Robbie, there's no denying, like he's not up to anything nefarious. He's wearing a Kmart speaker around his neck and wearing a giraffe suit with a G-string. I mean, he knows what he's doing in that sense. And so, yeah, it's comical. It's just stupid. They arrest him, and then it's stupid that he gets all that money. Everything's just so dumb. And anyway, I was trying to tell my father that, but my father, he couldn't even conceptualize it. Because Milo and I were trying to get him going a little bit on the Road Steamer.
You should have showed him some of his videos. That might have been enough to get his dander up.
I don't need that.
No political violence.
No, because then I'm being a dick. Sure. Because then I'm like really like going, hey,
that's fair.
And he's not gonna. He's 84. He's not gonna know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, with me and Milo,
he wouldn't get all of Robbie's references.
Oh no, my dad loves Disturbed because he loves the politics of
David Draymond. Yeah, of course.
Draymond.
Yeah.
their guitar player liked girls that I'm not positive he should have. All right. Anyway, you can watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to 98.5 The Sports Hub on YouTube. If the show seems off, it's because Adam's in studio.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, it's not.
It's very bad.
It's not. It's only going to get worse.
Yeah, well, don't say that, Adam. You should come in with some kind of positivity.
That's true.
But,
That's true.
Don't feel the need to speak. I'm just kidding.
No, we got Burden for an hour. Are you kidding me?
You don't have anything to add?
Doing music logs for Rock 92.9.
Good luck trying to speak with Burden here. All right. It's hard enough for me. All right. Listen, not a whole lot happened last night, but the schedule release did come. There's an hour's worth of stuff to talk about with Bert, so that's nice. And we're going to go through the schedule every hour and go win-loss, win-loss is what the plan is.
Mike and the Mad Dog style.
Yeah. We'll start with the Patriots, and then we'll work our way through every division every hour. We'll go win-loss, win-loss, win-loss.
Yeah, every team.
Every team. And then we'll keep track of it, and every week we'll see how we did. Mm-hmm. And at the end, there will be a penalty for the person who didn't get the games the most.
This is going to be fun.
Because just chalk them up. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
I know how to club someone.
Did you catch a game last night?
We are Toucher and Hardy. What happened last night is brought to you by Leonard Hair Transplant Associates, where your hair doesn't have to be a game of what happened. So change your lettuce and change your life with Dr. Matthew Lopresti at 1-800-GET-HAIR. Wallach is gallivanting around his in-laws' house as he goes to the PGA Championship with his wife. His kids have stayed home. He's with his, or maybe they went, but they're not going to the PGA Championship. But his wife wanted to go to the PGA Championship with him, which seems like a good thing for John.
Yeah.
Because I usually would favor girlfriends and stuff that aren't that into sports because I just don't want to hear about it. Like, it's enough here. And I would like a woman that would not mind going to a game or would enjoy going to a game, but I don't need someone who's super following it,
into it, playing fantasy football,
right, like stuff like that. Like the character from. It's funny you mentioned that the league, the show that was based around the fantasy football league with 6 guys in it. The woman on that very much annoyed me. I didn't like that. So, and not that I mind women that are sports fans. That's fantastic. I'm just talking about if I'm going to spend
it's a different level,
my life with them.
Yeah.
Right. So I would like it if I go, you want to go to a Red Sox game? They're like, absolutely. You want to go to a Bruins game? Absolutely. But I don't know if I Sundays, maybe I don't need someone cheering. A little bit of time by myself.
Well, I mean, in your circle of friends, Fred, do you spend a lot of time with guys who are insistent and constantly talking about sports?
I mean, most of my guy friends are sports fans. A lot of them are gamblers.
Yeah, it's more gambling, I would say, for mine. But it's like people who are it's all they can talk about and all they're into it. No, that would be insufferable. I get enough of that at work.
Right. No, I think almost all of my friends that are men are into sports. But yeah, the ones that are really into sports, it's more about gambling, which is annoying enough. But I do stuff with those guys like BC football games, which I could care less about. It's just I feel almost an obligation to go because I can walk to the stadium.
Right.
If there's a Power 4 conference playing in your stadium, a stadium within walking distance, and it's $700 for 2 season tickets. I mean, this is what I'm doing.
Well, Fred, you could walk to Fenway Park if you gave yourself enough time, but that wouldn't have done you any good last night, huh?
Nope.
No, poor Red Sox in the rubber match of their 3-game set with the Phillies. Actually, this game scoreless for the majority of it because of, moments like this one in the 5th inning.
Ranger with a 1-2. And it is in there for strike 3.
But the base is loaded.
It'll be a challenge here.
The batter challenging the pitch.
That's a good pitch.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. It is. Strike 3.
Pitches and strikes. Philadelphia has 1 challenge remaining.
Phillies with 1 remaining. Rangers Suarez can pitch. And he pitched himself out of a big-time jam.
So there we go. Scoreless until the 8th inning. Kyle Schwarber
Wrap one around that foul pole.
Mullins hit well, deep to right field. The Braves go back. It is going to be long gone. 2 runs.
It's like Woodrow Wilson, long gone, not long for this earth. Take it up to the heavens, get it on a cloud, give it a hop.
For Kyle Schwarber.
Pick someone that won't offend anyone. Woodrow Wilson.
Lefty, it's the first run allowed by Samaniego this year in the Phillies.
I'll have a salmon with some Yago, if you don't mind.
It's a breakfast delicacy. Salmon Yago.
Salmon a la Yago. Yago puts a little spritz of salt on it.
Yes, after Ranger Suarez went 5 1/3, only allowed the 4 hits and no runs, it was Salmon Yago giving up that home run, and that would be enough en route to the 3-1 Phillies win over the Red Sox yesterday.
Let's go through the last 2 series. They played the Rays, and one of those games were postponed, so they played 3 against the Rays and 3 against the Phillies. They've won 2 of these games, so give them a little credit. These are the amount of runs they've scored: 4-2, 1-1, 3-1. So I'm guessing there's a little bit of problem with the offense.
Yeah.
Quick math, that averages out to about 2 runs a game, which usually isn't enough to win a Major League Baseball game.
I'm going to take your word
regularly.
for it. I can't do averages like that. But the pitching, I'll say this. The pitching, very good.
Yeah.
But you got to score more than 1 run. It's asking a lot of your staff over the course of 9 innings, pitching to professional hitters, to ask you to win games 1-0 or 2-1. That's a lot.
And it's got to piss you off as a fan, too, because you've got Ranger Suarez, who pitched very well last night. Your guy, Sonny Gray, who did the same the night before. So you've got good pitching. The young pitchers, Connor Learley's doing well. And you're just not generating any runs for them.
But the thing is that you knew going into the season that they weren't going to score runs. And that's what's the frustrating thing, is that you knew going in that you figured that with the amount of money they spent on pitching, that, and by the way, Crochet's out. And they're still, I mean, with Crochet being out, they should be treading water given how well the pitching has done. They should be at least treading water, and they're not. They're falling behind. And Alex Spear has an article about how, fear not, the season's not in dire straits because the American League sucks so bad. And it's like, yeah, they're 3 games out of a wild card spot, but every team in the American League is within 5.5 games.
Right.
So, like, it's not as simple as at the end of the year there's, 3 teams fighting for that final wild card spot, and they're like a game or 2 out of that spot. This is the entire league. So you're telling me that, like, Seattle's going to suck. First of all, the Yankees in Tampa, pretty much just one of them is going to win the division and one of them is going to be the wild card. That we all agree, correct? 10.5 is a lot to ask to come back from. Yeah. Okay, so that's one wild card. So you're saying Seattle, Texas, Baltimore, Minnesota, Toronto, Detroit, like Kansas City, like Houston, like all those teams are going to suck for the rest of the season, and you are going to somehow leapfrog all those franchises into one of those 2 last wild card spots, and I would say the chances of that are very slim. But what I do like is that Tom Caron was on yesterday, and he was like, if it was me, and Caron is around the team every day, so if it's me, I'd make some crazy-ass move. In fact, he thought Trout for Duran and Bayo, he'd do that in a second. If anything, just to tell the fan base, like, we're still here. Like, we still want you to like the team a little bit. And then people are like, well, no, that doesn't make any sense. Fine, it doesn't make any sense. And yes, there's probably better trades you could do. But if that's the only trade, and I know it's not available, I know he probably doesn't want to play in Boston. Why would he want to come here? They're just as bad as Anaheim. I understand all these things. He's been in Anaheim for 14 years. He's from the Philadelphia area. I know all about it. But if he was if I don't like the idea that if they could do it and he would come, just going no. Then what do you want them to do? Like, do you just want the season to be like this for the rest of the season? Who's going to come and change anything? At least if Trout's on the team, there's something to look at for a year. Oh, wow, I'm at a game that Mike Trout's playing in. Ooh, that's cool. He's in a Boston uniform. Well, Fred, these things don't matter. Well, yeah, they do. They matter if there's 5 more months of the season and there's nothing to look at.
But it also matters when you break it down the way we just did, and when you score, what was it, 8? Whatever it was, 4 runs, over 6, 7 runs over the course of those games. It's like, okay, that would make a difference, actually, literally, to a few more wins here and there. If these games are going to be 2-1, 3-1, it's just you're talking about a couple of runs that could easily come off the bat of Mike Trout. And yes, more importantly, more specifically, for our purposes, for watching this team for several more months, something to look at.
Well,
they've scored 10 runs over the course of the last 6 games. If you want to do the math,
that's great. Yeah.
10 runs in 6 games.
And again, as good as the pitching has been, one of the stats last night was when the Red Sox starters get into when they finish 6 innings, they basically win every game. When they don't, they're like 3-23 now, I think it is, some ridiculous number like that.
Well, if the starter's on and they can get through the 6th inning, then they have one of the best back ends of the bullpen in baseball.
Certainly.
So, yeah, they're good on that end. Like, the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings are taken care of. I'm fairly confident if I get into the 7th inning with a lead and on the Red Sox that's a very good chance you're winning that game. It's the idea that now I got to win games. I know if I give up more than 2 runs, we're basically screwed. And that's no way to have to pitch either. Right. I mean, that's going to get draining. Believe me, that would get draining. Is that every 5th day you got to get out there and, like, if you give up 2 runs in the first inning, you're screwed, because now I'm going to put some loss on my record, because even if I shut him down the rest of the game, there's nothing I can do.
Well, wasn't that Paul Skeens at the beginning of last season with the Pirates? Wasn't he giving him 7 and 8 innings and, like, giving up 2 runs, but his team the Pirates were only scoring 1, so he's losing all these games that he should have won?
If he didn't have a winning record, or if he didn't have a winning record by a wide margin, then yes, I would imagine that's the case. He's had 2 games this year that he was terrible in, but he's been great other than that. In fact, the great thing about the Major League Baseball app is it tells you if there's a no-hitter. And I saw a Skeens no-hitter get broken up in the 7th inning the other night.
His girlfriend, your dad's a big fan of hers. She was on the Jimmy Fallon program earlier this week.
It's the most random.
That along to her.
So my father has never. I've seen my father kiss my mom on the mouth once, and I remember it, and it was a peck. And he's never referenced female beauty ever. And a year or 2 ago, we were all sitting around having dinner at their house, and my dad, was flipping through his phone and doing what old people do. He was just announcing everything he saw, which I get angry at him about. And then he goes, "What did I do?" And then I'm like, "Well, you're just saying what you're seeing. It's really annoying." And he went, "How about that Livy Dunn?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, like." I'm like, "What you like want to bang her or something?" And he's like, "No, I just think she's with Paul Skeens. I just think that's great." Huh? Why the hell do you think that's great? What's so great about that?
By the way, good.
Why are you talking about a girl, and why is she the girl you're talking about?
Good recall, 12. Through May 18th of last year, Skeens had suffered losses of, let's see, there is a 2. Okay, 5-3. That's fine. You're gonna probably 5.
There were a lot of 2-1s.
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. Yeah.
And then on May 18th, he had a 1-0 loss.
Yeah. And again, he won the Cy Young in the National League last year with a 10-10 record.
Right.
Yeah. 2-1 on May 6th of last year.
There you go. Yeah, he was pitching lights out, 7-8 innings on the regular, giving up a run or 2 and still losing.
But the good news is the Pirates are better than you this year.
Yeah,
you're a Red Sox
it's nice.
fan. Yeah. The Pirates are quite a bit better than you. All right, we'll be back. We'll continue what happened last night.
Stanley Cup playoffs and controversy at the PGA Championship.
I know so much controversy. No,
Scotty Scheffler mowed down a bunch of people in a crosswalk. So
no, worse. Rahm did something worse.
He felt bad about it, though.
Did he?
Yes.
Because he made an excuse.
He felt bad. He went over to the old man. He said sorry.
First of all, good on these old men for keeping the crowd in line.
Yeah.
You couldn't overwhelm them at all. They could take on at least 10 guys.
He may have just been a spotter.
Whatever. I'd push that guy right over. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to stop me. Nah. If he's over 80, I have a feeling I could trip him up pretty good.
Impressive.
Yeah. Thanks.
Skills.
All right, we'll be back. Here are the headlines. It's never changed. It's never changed. It's the same thing over and over and over and over. It's just never good. It wasn't funny the first time.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
What porn is this from?
It's Daft Punk, so it might as well be.
Okay. I mean, this does sound like it's from a good-natured German porn from the 90s. All right, Hardy, we have a big event coming up, if you don't mind saying so.
That's right, the Who's Your Caddy Classic. It is the 15th annual. Tickets are going to go on sale on Wednesday at 10 a.m., 985thesportshub.com/golf to register your foursome. It'll be held on Monday, June 8th at Brook Meadow Country Club in Canton. 8:30 shotgun start. Zoe and Beetle broadcasting live. You'll get the 18 holes, the cart, the gift bag, the post-round lunch. We'll have some great auction prizes, both live and silent. All proceeds benefiting Special Olympics Massachusetts. And this year, we need a fourth. For me, you, John Wallach, we need a fourth to join us. So you can bid on being the fourth to fill out our group. You can also bid on being the fourth to fill out the afternoon show. Felger, Maz, Jim Murray. They need a fourth. So that will also open at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, May 20th. 985thesportshub.com/golf for details.
Yes. So a excellent opportunity. Hardy wants the guy to ride with him. So
I think we all want that.
That's, yeah. I mean, you're much more personable than anyone else. That's for sure.
Oh, thank you. Catches Law, Boston Bruins Foundation, Patriots, Celtics, Red Sox, Bernardi Auto Group, FootJoy, Snell Golf,
What?
Yale Appliance, Pinned Golf, and Golfer's Warehouse.
FootJoy and Smell Golf?
Snell, Snell, Snell.
Oh. I thought it was a delicious irony.
On the subject of golf, the PGA Championship round 1 is now in the books, but there was controversy yesterday.
Yeah.
As a certain golfer was late to his tee time. Now, you should not have heard of this guy before. He's the 85th ranked player in the world. He's from South Africa. His name is Garrick Higgo, but he was penalized 2 strokes for being late. You can't be late, right? There's 3 things you're never late for: church, work, and golf. Right? You can't do it.
Right. That's what my hat says.
He must have a good explanation.
So just to be 100% clear, when you walked to the tee, it was a surprise to you when they said 2-stroke penalty, you're late?
It wasn't a surprise.
Okay, well, number one, he's kind of sauntered up there. You could see the video of him walking up the tee box. What happened?
I was late. I mean, my caddy was yelling at me to get to the tee. So.
Oh, okay. So by the time you got there, you already knew that it was like.
I knew it was probably going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. You were with the PGA, it seemed like, for a bit just now. Were you trying to argue your case a little bit, or?
I was just trying to get evidence. I mean, I feel like if any of you would have done the same, because it's kind of, I was there on time, but the rule is if you're 1 second late, you're late. So if you think about it, I was there on time, if you know what I mean. But
I don't quite. No. What is that? When you say that you were there on time but late?
Like I was there at 7:18:30 seconds.
And you're supposed to be there no later than 7:18, like
right.
in the ground, ready to go.
So you weren't on time.
So don't
say you were on time because you weren't on time.
How often does that happen?
Rarely. And it's usually only because there is some type of like equipment malfunction or something happened in the parking lot. And the guy is like literally, racing over there and you physically can't make it. He went on for much longer saying he doesn't like to get there 10 minutes early. These guys are warming up. He says, you don't want to be cold. You're trying to hit it long and straight. He goes, so I don't like being there even 5 minutes early. I want to warm up as long as I can, step to the first tee, and then hit while you're still warm. So I understand that. But it's every week. I mean, he said it's the first time it's ever happened to him, and it doesn't happen. Guys aren't late for their tee times. They're very specific. 7:18 a.m. That's when you're on the course. Not 7:18:30.
No.
Where you're walking up to the tee box, you're late.
I'm just fascinated by the explanation sounding like a child trying to talk their way out of, a hand in a cookie jar situation. It's like, well, no, you were late. You can't. You're either late or you're not. There's no wiggle room.
If you're not early, you're late. At least for when you play for Fred.
I like that.
You got that on a T-shirt, right?
No, I'm Coughlin school. If you're not 5 minutes early, you're late.
That's what Sid Poole used to say.
Oh, Sid. That's right, Sid Poole. That's right.
The late great.
Garrick Higgo remarkably still shot a 69.
The sex number.
That's with the 2-stroke penalty. He would have shot 67 and would have been tied for the lead in this logjam of leaders.
It usually only takes me 2 strokes after a nice 69. Because I'm all wound up from the 69.
The leaders are at 3 under par, including Scotty Scheffler, Martin Keimer.
Well, it's
Alex
good he didn't
Smalley,
kill anyone this time.
Min Woo Lee.
Was it the PGA where he killed a guy?
It was the PGA Championship of Valhalla. He didn't kill anybody.
There was a death, though.
As a matter of fact, no, there was not even an injury. The case was dismissed with prejudice, meaning they can never talk about this again.
No, but didn't he didn't kill him, but I'm being serious. Didn't someone die and there was like a police scene and he was driving past the police scene of the death?
There was a pedestrian that had been hit by, I think, a bus. I don't know if anybody died. I don't think anyone died.
I think someone died, as a matter of fact. And Scheffler was just like, whatever. It's more important than any death. Actually, I heard the family was grieving by the site, and he just went double freedom rockets on him. And when I'm Scheffler, I'm the chef. And I'm about to cook up a 62. He was very self-centered.
Oh.
Yeah, death, right?
A tragic, separate, fatal accident involving a pedestrian whose name, Fred, John Mills, and a shuttle bus caused traffic chaos that led to Scheffler's brief arrest.
It's interesting how I know so much more about what's going on in golf than Hardy. How he has selective memory when it comes to golf tragedy.
Who won the tournament that year?
Oh, Bob Evans.
You should do a segment on the golf club then, with all that knowledge.
Live again on Sunday. Will you be calling in this time, Fred, as you promised to do during Masters weekend but did not? Will you once again promise and then not call in Sunday morning?
I will not be awake on Sunday at that time because there's no event. Give me the summer, maybe when the British Open. Well, you won't be live during the British Open.
No, I'll be live during the British.
Oh,
I will not be live during the U.S. Open because I'll be in Branson or wherever the hell we're going for that wedding.
Yeah, so
the Ozarks.
The Ozarks. So I will be. Maybe the British Open.
I can't freaking believe it.
Maybe my son will have a game early in the morning.
I honestly can't.
I feel bad.
It's Father's Day also.
Yeah.
It's not like Father's Day, we get shafted, right? The world stops for Mother's Day. It's brunch. It's this. It's that. Father's Day. It's like, oh, yeah, that too. I don't want anything other than maybe to be left alone.
Right.
Right? Oh, thank you. Let's all gather for breakfast. And then for the rest of the day, I don't want to do anything I don't want to do. The entire weekend would be comprised of doing things that I don't want to do.
It seems like a wedding, if you're going to have a destination wedding, it should be one of two things. A place that's very easy to get to or a place that's people want to go to. And this seems to be a little bit of neither.
Well, I mean, this is where they live, and, it is family. It's my wife's nephew.
No, I know, but do they live in the Ozarks?
I guess. I don't know.
No, I think that the Ozarks is like the destination. They probably live in the middle.
They live nearby.
Relatively nearby.
Yeah, within an hour or so.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I would say an hour is a destination. It's on the cusp. It's like Rutgers' wedding. It's like on the cusp of a destination because you got to make especially if you're drinking and stuff, you have to make the decision. Do I want to drive back at midnight, after having been at a wedding reception for 5 hours?
Yeah.
So there is that thing. Do I get a hotel room or do we, how do we handle this?
Yeah.
And so I would say that's a destination. And if you're coming from out of town, it's impossible to get to.
Yeah.
And you say, Fred, you were married in Grand Bahama Island. Well, one, people wanted to go there. And two, there was that AirTran direct flight from Atlanta that everyone could get on. So even if you were flying in from Michigan or wherever the hell else, or Philadelphia, or wherever the hell people were coming from, you just stop in Atlanta and fly into Grand Bahama. It's not the hardest thing in the world to do. Sounds like it's a huge pain in the ass to get there for you, too. I'm on your side. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.